Hello, my dear young friends. I hope you have enjoyed my last lecture on decision control statements, especially if statement, nested if statement, if else statement, else if ladder, and switch case statement. Today, I am going to discuss a very important topic, which is loops in C programming language. Now, loops in C programming language, right? Now, the first question arises in mind: what is loop or looping? In looping, sequence of statements are executed continuously until some termination condition within a loop are satisfied. Or in a simple word, we can say that sequence of statements are executed continuously or repeatedly until some condition to terminate that loop are satisfied. Right? Segments of loops. There are two main segments of loop. Number one is called body of loop and number two is called control statement. In body of loop, the statements will be executed, while control statements test for specific conditions in a loop and deliver the repeated statements under the control of loop. It is basically used to test the condition, right? Classifications of loop. There are two main types of loops. Number one is called entry control loop, also known as pre-test loop, and number two is called exit control loop, which is also known as post-test loop. So let us discuss first entry control loop, that is pre-test loop. As you can see that in entry control loop, the condition will first check for the variable. If condition is true, then the statement will be executed. And if condition is false, then the control will directly transfer to the next statement after the loop. And if condition is true, then the statement will be executed. This process continues until and unless condition becomes false. Second, exit control loop, which is also known as post-test loop. In post-test loop, the statement will be executed once and then the condition will be tested. That if condition is true, then the statement will be executed again, and if condition is false, then the control will transfer to the next line followed the while statement, right? So difference between entry control loop and exit control loop is that in entry control loop, condition will be first tested, condition will be pre-tested, and then statement will be executed. And in exit control loop, at least once the statement will be executed and then condition will be tested. If condition is true, then the statement will be executed. Otherwise, a statement will not be executed and control will directly shifted to the next line followed while statement, right? Types of loops. There are three main types of loops. Number one is called while loop. Number two is called do while loop. Number three is called for loop. So while loop and for loop are an example of entry control loop, which is also known as pre-test loop, while do while is an example of exit control loop. So whenever we are dealing with any types of loops, we have basically four major steps in it. So we are discussing here while loop. So number one, we have to initialize the variable. So here I have taken a variable I. Initial value of I is 1 and its data type is integer. And then execution of statements under the loop. This execution of a statement will only be occur when the condition test condition becomes true. It means while I is less than 5, then only the execution of a statement under the loop will be executed. Otherwise, it will not be executed, right? And finally, updating. Updating of variable in terms of increment or it may be in terms of decrement. So here I take I plus plus. I plus plus means I is equal to I plus 1. I minus minus means I is equal to I minus 1. We can take I is equal to I plus 2, I is equal to I plus 3, I is equal to I plus 4, and so on, so on, so on. So let us discuss the syntax of while loop, variable initialization. Say for example, int I is equal to 1, while condition say I is less than equal to 5, statement printf f statement, variable increment or variable decrement, means variable will be incremented or it may be decremented after the statement, and then close the while loop, right? Then let us discuss the first program based on while loop. So here you can check it out. We have declared a variable I, the integer value means it is of type integer, and initial value of I is 1, right? So while condition I is less than equal to 10, if this condition is true, then this statement printf statement will be executed, otherwise it will not be executed. So here we see that I is equal to 1 is less than equal to 10, condition is true, it will print I, and then I plus plus means incremented value by 1. So it print I and then increment by 1, new value will be 2. It will goes to while loop and test again. Is 2 is less than equal to 10, condition is true, it will print 2, and then value will be incremented by 1, then it will be 3. It goes again and check again value, condition is true, it will print 3, and so on, so on, so on. Finally, when the last value it prints 10, then the value is incremented by 1, that is 11. It will check again here, is 11 is less than equal to 10, condition is false, then it will out of this loop, and the control will directly reaches to the next line followed by the loop, which is known as getch. So let us check the real-time exposure of this program by using C++ compiler or maybe a C compiler. So let us execute this program. Before execution of this program, I have declared header files stdio.h, conio.h. In stdio.h, we have printf function and getch function find in conio.h, and clear screen is also found in conio.h. So initially what we have taken variable I, initial value of I is 1, its data type is of integer. So to check the value over here, is 1 is less than equal to 10, condition is true. If condition is true, it will print I, that is 1. Now value will be incremented by 1. Now new value of I will be 2. It will goes again to the while loop. Then it will check again, is 2 is less than equal to 10, condition is true, it will print 2. And then the value will be incremented by 1, new value will be 3. It goes again to the while loop, it will check again condition is true, yes, 3 is less than equal to 10, it will print 3, and so on, so on. So this loop will continue until this condition becomes false. So finally it will print value 10 and then incremented value by 1, that is 11. 11 goes to while loop, checked again, 11 is less than equal to 10, condition false, and then control will directly transfer or shift it to the getch statement to print the values from 1 to 10. So let us check the output of this program. Yes, 1 2 3 4 5 up to 10. So if you want to print the value in vertical order, then what you have to do, you have to use \n, then result will be displayed in a single vertical line C, 1 to 10. Now suppose I want to display the numbers from 10 to 1, then what we have to do, a slightly modification in this program. Initial value is what, not 1, this time it should be 10, and then value I should be checked here. I should be greater than equal to 1, right? And then I will be printed, and then it will be decremented by 1. So let us trace this program. Initially when the program compiles, it will store variable I in memory. Initial value of I is 10, and then 10 will be checked with this condition, is 10 is greater than equal to 1, condition is true. If condition is true, it will print I means 10, and then the 10 value will be decremented by 1. Now new value will be 9. 9 goes to this loop again and tested again, is 9 is greater than equal to 1, condition is true, it will print 9, then it will print 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and finally it will print 1, and then it will be decremented by 1, new value will be 0, it goes again to the loop. Now in place of I will we have 0, is 0 is greater than equal to 1, condition is false, then out of the loop, and control will transfer to the next line, that is called getch. Let us execute this program and see what will be the result. Yes, from 10 to 1 we'll get the result. So that's all for today's lecture. I hope you have enjoyed this lecture. Next lecture we'll discuss about for loop, do while loop. Thank you so much for viewing this video.